Hey guys, Brian here at English Mountain Outdoors. Doing the fourth, I think, video in the Spirit of the Woods Challenge Series. This week's challenge: make some natural cordage and a fish hook. So what I did is I've got a bunch of poplar bark here. I'll string it apart and get my cordage out of that. And then I've got some pieces of bone that I'll probably just take my pocket knife, carve a couple small gouge hooks. But it's pouring rain today. We're under a flood watch. There's actually quite a bit of flooding going on around town, so I'm going to probably sit here underneath my shelter roof and work on this. This poplar bark is some that I had inside here anyway, so it's already dry. I'll need to soak it down in some water and get it wet to make some cordage with it, but that'll be it. I'm going to get started on it, so I'll got to get a few things together, and then I'm going to video a little bit of the making of it. I'm not going to worry about videoing the whole thing just because it'll take too long, but I'll get set up, get started, and get back to you. Thanks. Jake, I appreciate a video that doesn't require me to sit next to a fire this time. One, it's been pouring rain all night. It's supposed to rain all day. And two, it's pretty hot and sticky out, so I appreciate the non-fire challenge. So I'm going to get some cordage done up and I will return. It's just going to be a poplar bark with a gouge hook. So I'm going to go work on my cordage a little while and I'll come back to you when I get a little closer to finished. I got my gouge hooks done up. Just trying to make them pretty now. This is a bigger one. I've been sitting down here about, I don't know, 30 minutes or something. Just wanted to... There's my gouge hook. I got a little notch right there in the middle. Now, this one's huge. This one I would probably use on catfish, but I also made me a little one. Not sure how much you can see these. They're both the same other than the size. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Well, I guess you can kind of tell what they are. And I got my cordage soaked down in some water. The bark anyway. So I'm going to get started making some cord. And the way I do my gouge hook, I guess I'm going to do the bigger one for this. Strip all this meaty stuff off of here. Now when I do my cordage, you know, you start, I got a little bit of junk in here. You start by twisting and you make that little loop. Well, that loop is where I'm going to put my gouge hook. That's why I made that little notch in it so it doesn't slip. I did this once before, never actually used it fishing. I want to, but just never got around to it. With the poplar bark being wet, as that dries, it kind of tightens it up a little bit around that hook, and it really makes it hard to get that hook out. But yeah, that's how I do them. Like I said, I haven't really fished with it. I haven't had to, but I intend on doing some fishing stuff this year. If this rain ever quits. I would like to give credit to James Gibson. He's actually the one who showed me how to make cordage like this. I've seen where you can make it a lot faster rolling it across your pant leg, but I haven't really had much luck with that method, so I stick to what he showed me. We took a hike a couple years ago, stayed overnight up in the park, and we found some dead or stinging nettle, and that was what he showed me how to do cordage on. And I couldn't believe how strong the stinging nettle was. This stuff was like spider wire. My cordage ain't pretty, but it'll work. but actually I'd love to catch a fish on some of this. I'm going to try it this year. I never really got a chance to last year with natural primitive fishing. Tried a couple different things. Actually made a spear with some river cane and actually speared a fish last year. I got some, I don't remember if I got video. I may have just took pictures. Ended up cooking it over a fire. Dodge Ram was with me. This year I'm going to try some more of that. I'm trying to locate a place to spend a couple nights on the river and try a few different primitive fishing tricks. But I have made cordage from this poplar before, and it is super strong. I actually made a sling. I saw the primitive technology guy made a sling. He put a video out a couple of years ago, or last year maybe. Pretty neat. I've got it up there somewhere. It's not real long. I can actually throw with it, but I'd like to make a better one. I'll just keep adding some pieces in here and get as much length as I could. This gouge hook would probably be too big for most fish, but my thinking is that catfish have such a wide mouth and gullet that this would be a little more suited for something like that. And I could use the smaller one for bluegill, trout, about anything really. Jake, I'm really digging your challenge series here. This has been a lot of fun. Found myself sitting and waiting for Monday to find out what the next one is. And it has rained here all night. On the bright side, I got plenty of mushrooms growing around. I'm gonna stop there, clean this up a little bit, show you what I ended up with. So there you have it. Some poplar bark cordage with a bone gouge hook. The thinking is you slip your bait up over this and leave it turn straight on the line, and then when a fish swallows it, when you go to pull it out, that hook will turn sideways and wedge in their gullet. Like I said, this is a really big one, probably more suited for catfish or larger fish. And then this one I would make some smaller cordage, probably with some nettle or blackberry, where you get the line a little bit thinner. But I think this is my entry for the cordage and fish hook. So let me know. I hope it's long enough. I didn't really hear any specs on anything other than you had to make it. No beer cans or nothing like that. Everything's natural. So bone hook. Sorry, I didn't realize my camera had quit recording somewhere back through there, but that's my cordage bone hook. Showing you most of it. Make it longer if need be, just let me know. Fun challenge. Love making cordage. Like I said, James showed me this a while back and managed to pick up on that pretty quick. So that's my primitive gouge hook with natural cordage. A little fat, but like I said, it'd be good for cats or something. But, if that don't work, at least I have till next Monday to get another one done. So just let me know, and y'all see you guys in the next round.